Hi everyone, and welcome to Flicks and Chill 1616. I'm Michelle, and I love chatting about all kinds of movies and shows. From cozy favorites to binge-worthy picks, each week we dive into a new title, share my thoughts, and have a little fun along the way. Today we're back with another edition of What's Coming Up, where we dive into Hallmark's movie lineup airing in August 2026. I'll be going through the upcoming movies and shows, giving you a quick look at each one so you know what's premiering in August. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's jump right in. Before we jump into the movies, just a quick note. This is the US Hallmark schedule for August 2026. Since I'm in Canada and watch Hallmark through the W Network, we don't always know right away which movies will be included in the Canadian lineup or when they'll air here. Overall, my first impression of Hallmark's August lineup are that it's very romantic and a summer feel. Many of the movies revolve around journeys, whether it's traveling to Italy, planning an event in Australia, searching for a mystery match, or returning to Shakespeare Festival. It really feels like Hallmark is embracing adventure, second chances, and finding love along the way. Overall, August feels like a fitting way to wrap up the summer movie season, and I'm looking forward to seeing which of these romances end up being my favorite once they air. So with that said, let's start taking a closer look at each of the movies in the August lineup, beginning with the first premiere this month. On Saturday the 1st, we have A Toast to Italy. Jenny travels to Italy in search of a special bottle of wine for her sister's wedding. Along the way, she meets Arago, who is also searching for legendary love wine. As the two team up on their journey, they soon discover that they may find something even more special than the wine itself, love. This movie stars Will Kemp and Tori DeVito. This marks Will's 9th Hallmark movie and Tori's 7th for the network. Filmed on location in Italy, the movie features stunning backdrops, iconic landscapes, and historic sites that help bring the romance to life. Right away, this movie catches my attention because it's filmed on location in Italy, and I'm always a fan of Hallmark taking us somewhere new. The idea of searching for the famous love wine sounds like a fun way to explore the country, and I have a feeling the scenery is going to be just as memorable as the romance. I'm also curious to see how Jenny and Arago's relationship develops while they both are on the same journey. This one definitely has the potential to be a charming summer romance. Next in the lineup, on Saturday the 8th, we have Absolutely Devoted to You. An ambitious TV producer comes up with the perfect plan to reunite a popular 90s boy band for their annual summer beach bash. However, when she begins working with the band's reluctant lead singer, she discovers that her plans may lead to something more unexpected than she imagined. This movie stars Kimberly Susted and Jesse Metcalfe. This marks Kimberly's 33rd Hallmark movie and Jesse's 9th project for the network. The last time we saw Jesse on Hallmark was back in 2021 when he made his unexpected exit from the popular Chesapeake Shores TV show during season 5 before taking a break. This movie was filmed on location in Vancouver, British Columbia. Right away, this one feels fun because Hallmark is bringing in a little bit of the 90s nostalgia with the idea of reuniting a boy band. I'm curious to see how the summer beach bash and music storyline come together, especially since the lead singer is described as being reluctant to return. I also like the idea of a story where someone has a clear plan for how things are supposed to go, only for life to completely change those plans. This one feels like it could be a fun mix of romance, music, and a little bit of nostalgia. Next in the lineup, on Saturday the 15th, we have Ozzy at Heart. Former lawyer turned event planner Samara reunites with Nate, her former co-worker and longtime rival, when they team up to plan a couple's anniversary celebration in Queensland. As they work together, they begin to confront their past and realize there may be more between them than they originally thought. This movie stars Daniel Lissing and Rhiannon Fish. This marks Daniel's 7th Hallmark movie and Rhiannon's 22nd for the network. This movie was filmed on location in Melbourne, Australia. Fun fact, Did you know that both Daniel and Rhiannon grew up in Sydney, Australia? Rhiannon's family actually moved there from Calgary, Alberta when she was 4 years old. Right away, this one catches my attention because Hallmark is taking us to Australia again. And I always enjoyed when the movies used locations as part of the story. The idea of the two former co-workers and rivals having to come together to plan a special anniversary already sets up a fun dynamic, especially when there is obviously some history between them. I'm curious to see what happened in their past that turned them into rivals and how working together helps them see each other differently. With a beautiful Australian setting and a second chance romance storyline, this one feels like it could be a fun and charming watch. Next in the lineup, on Saturday the 22nd, we have Love Finds You. After receiving a mislabeled package, jewelry designer Alex believes she's found her perfect match. This sends her and her delivery driver Jack on a citywide search that leads them to discover that what they're looking for may not be what they expected. This movie stars Chris McNally and Amy Teagarden. This marks Chris's 14th Hallmark movie and Amy's 8th for the network. Did you know that both Chris and Amy previously appeared in the Hallmark movie Christmas Class Reunion? While they may not have shared much screen time in that movie, this isn't their first time being part of the same Hallmark project. Right away, this one feels like a fun and unique setup because the romance begins with a simple mistake. The idea of a mislabeled package leading Alex to believe she has found her perfect match makes me curious about how the mix-up will unfold and where their story will take her and Jack. I also like the idea that the journey is not just about finding the person Alex thinks she is looking for, but discovering what she truly wants in life and love. This one feels like it could be a cute and unexpected romance adventure. Next in the lineup, on Saturday the 29th, we have Much About Love. A TV director returns to her theater roots when she joins a Shakespeare festival where she unexpectedly reconnects with an old flame. As they work together again, the playful rivalry begins to spark new feelings in this modern retelling of Much About Nothing. This movie stars Ashley Williams and Neil Mader. This marks Ashley's 22nd Hallmark movie and Neil's 31st for the network. This movie was filmed in London, England. Right away, this one stands out because Hallmark is putting a fun twist on a classic Shakespeare story. I'm curious to see how this brings Much Ado About Nothing into a modern setting, especially with the merry war of wits between two people who already have history together. The idea of returning to your roots and reconnecting with someone from your past always creates an interesting dynamic because there's usually a reason things ended the first time. With the theater setting and second chance romance, this one feels like it could be a charming and playful addition to the lineup. Now before we wrap up, let's talk about what is actually coming to the W Network in Canada from Hallmark. On Sunday, August 2nd, we have the limited 6-episode series Paris is Always a Good Idea, based on the novel of the same name by Jen McKinley. Career-focused Chelsea heads to Paris with her rival turned ally Jason to secure an important donation. However, after receiving a heartfelt message from her late mother and encouragement from her sister, Chelsea finds herself on an unexpected journey to reconnect with 3 great loves from her past. Traveling from Ireland to Paris and the vineyards of Spain, Chelsea begins to revisit the choices she made and discovers that sometimes finding your future means looking back at where you started. The series stars Lacey Chabert and Scott Michael Foster, along with Barbara Niven and Henry Chesnerney. This marks another big milestone for Lacey, as this is her 187th project for Hallmark and her second series for the network. For Scott, this will be his 3rd Hallmark project and first series. Barbara continues her long history with Hallmark, returning for her 38th project and her 3rd series. Henry also returns to Hallmark, marking his 2nd project and first series. The last time we saw him on the network was back in 2008 in The Russell Girl, a Hallmark Hall of Fame movie. The series was also filmed on location throughout Europe, taking viewers from the streets of Paris to France and Spain, and even Ireland, using these beautiful locations to help bring the story to life. Right away, this series catches my attention because Hallmark is taking viewers on a European adventure. The idea of Chelsea reconnecting with three important relationships from her past while traveling through Ireland, Paris, and Spain feels like a fun way to explore both romance and self-discovery, because there's a big difference between remembering someone from your past and realizing they are still meant to be part of your future. With a beautiful location and story about looking back before moving forward, this feels like it could be a charming and emotional journey. And that's it for today's episode of Flicks and Chills 1616. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow and leave a rating. It really helps the podcast grow and reach more fellow movie and TV fans. If you want more behind-the-scenes content from your favorite movies and shows, or to stay up to date on what's airing, be sure to check out my Instagram page. It's the same name, Flicks and Chill 1616. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode, so feel free to reach out and let me know what you'd like me to cover next. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.